What is going on, everybody? It is Wrestle Dipper 316 here. I just got done watching Smackdown. I promised you a review, and here it comes. Show started off with a bang. We had Jimmy Uso versus Cody Rhodes, or Stardust as he's now called. Very disappointed in the match length. It was 2 minutes long. WWE's been doing this a lot lately with the short matches, long promos, long commercials and stuff. You know, I understand they're tight on money. This is how it goes. But overall, I mean, pretty low quality match. I just really didn't. It wasn't really a hot off way to start the show, as I should say. Next, honestly, they had Cesaro and Miz against Ziggler and Sheamus. Now Cesaro and Sheamus are going up against each other Night of Champions, and so is Miz and Ziggler. And again, just another kind of good match. Ziggler, in my opinion, I'm not crazy about the guy. He's all right. He does pretty good, perfect standing moves, or standard moves, I should say. Like his drop kicks, his clotheslines, his moves off the ropes. They're as long as they're not too complicated, he does a pretty good job. Most of his other moves are pretty sloppy, and he's pretty injury prone. Overall, though, I mean, it wasn't the worst match of the night, but it was it was probably my second best in my opinion. And moving on to Slater versus Adam Rose, pretty decent match. I really didn't expect much out of this match. However, in my opinion, this is the best match of the night. Adam Rose is a very good wrestler. Heath Slater's a very good wrestler, very underrated. He gets put in crappy, shitty gimmicks, and there you go. I don't know what he did to piss people off, but that's what happens. It looks like he's getting a little more of a push these days. Adam Rose, pretty good wrestler, though. Moving on, we have the Wyatts. We're going against Big Show and Los Matadores. And I believe that the Wyatts were meant to look better in this match. Barry Wyatt's a standout wrestler. This is Smackdown. This isn't a show that they really push to the max. This show is really ridden with a lot of raw highlights and commercial breaks. Overall with the Big Show and the way things were, it was a C-. Just not crazy about it. Nikki and Paige went on. They continued. They had a match. They're trying to push their three-way battle at Night of Champions. So we'll just see how that goes. Night of Champions predictions are coming. That is going to be very interesting. I promise you a good video. The final match of the night was Roman Reigns versus Rusev, and ended up with Roman Reigns coming out on top, looking very strong. Again, this is Smackdown, so they didn't really go to the max. It ended with Mark Henry pretty much getting over on Rusev to look strong for the Night of Champions, and I'll talk about who I think is going to win that match in my prediction. Now, Smackdown out of the way, we're going to move on to something special. I got some Copenhagen Wintergreen I'm going to dip on today. Of course, if you're a dipper, you'd probably dip this and you think it's the best. So we'll give it a try. Also, I got a special guest with me today. I got NFL Predictor 316 with me today, and we're going to talk about this Smackdown and how he felt about it as well. And welcome to the show, NFL Predictor 316. Pack a lip with me for packing a lip.
Hello, YouTube world. Not much of a dipper myself, but more power to you.
That's all right. We're going to have a bet later on, and it's going to involve tobacco.
Yeah, and maybe a little caviar.
Oh boy.
Anywho's, I'd like to get started with the Smackdown. Personally, the first match I felt since the tag team champions won on that final SmackDown before the pay-per-view, I feel that's a bad omen usually in the wrestling business, especially WWE. The prediction there for the pay-per-view, the Night of Champions, would be for the Usos to lose their belts.
Yes, sir.
And but they won this SmackDown. It wasn't a very good match. On that note, I gave that a thumb down. Going on to the second one.
It's SmackDown. I mean, it's not their A show. You know.
Yeah.
They try what they can to entertain everybody, but more or less it's just another house show with maybe a slight extension of storylines.
I'll go on to the next one, which was the Cesaro and the match between him, Sheamus, and the other guys there. I felt there at the end that Cesaro was nowhere to be found. I was wondering, if you're held back by Dolph Ziggler, are you really ready to be pushed and the main guy for WWE anyways? What kind of thing was that?
Where was he at tonight? Nah, where's he been at the last month, 2 months? Where's he been at since WrestleMania after winning this Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal thing? He just fell off. He lost Paul Heyman,
Is there politics? Is there some kind of deal?
Politics, gotta be politics. There's a lot of big names in high places back there.
On that match, I give it no thumb.
Pretty even plateau, what are you saying?
Yeah, pretty much. So I'll give you the third match. I was pretty impressed by Adam Rose and Heath Slater. They wrestled well together. Mm-hmm. There was a good variety of moves.
Heath Slater.
You saw the rabbit jump in. You saw a little this, a little that.
The rabbit's gonna come out to be somebody. Watch.
Sure. Why not? Maybe a Spirit Squad member from the past.
Spirit Squad. Dude.
One thumb up. A hip hop, a one thumb up. Alright, so there you
go. I'll give it to you.
No, I'm a little more reserved with my thumbs.
Yeah, you're
There's
not.
only 2 thumbs. So.
You got credit. A little more credit, man. Alright, but go ahead.
Anywho, the next match after that would have been that 6-man with the Big Show and the Wyatts. I felt that the Wyatts have been just as non-existent ever since they got pushed quickly into that John Cena moment.
I agree with the exception of Bray Wyatt. Now, he did have that little storyline with Chris Jericho that gave him a little bit of relevancy. Now, he could have been in a lot worse storylines, Yeah, he didn't come out on top of the Cena thing, which I thought was a little...
I'll tell you, the only good part about that match and the rest of the matches was no WWE Network gimmicks, ads, things like that. Plus,
that's true. That's
so good job SmackDown for not being like that. And anyway, on that Wyatt match, it was pretty good, but you're getting no thumbs, no knockout punches.
It's SmackDown.
Big Show is just not really all there, and Bray Wyatt was really not there either. It was pretty weak, and that's what I felt. I didn't give a thumb down because Big Show used to live in Wichita, and he could come after me. So.
All 500 pounds.
Oh yeah, it fluctuates. They like to exaggerate. The next match was that Divas one with Paige and Nikki. Woo.
Paige can wrestle, but they won't open her up. I don't understand what they do with the Divas. It's like they just want them to be eye candy or piss breaks.
I thought Nikki and the implants fared well for a minute. They didn't know malfunction.
Her and John Cena.
Yeah. But anywho, the match was pretty much how they've been doing the Divas, pretty weak, and I give that match. It was pretty impressive up to a moment, but really the best part of it was at the end with that whole weird scenario they got going on, and it seemed to be pretty much the deal was it seemed to be more about AJ Lee at the broadcast booth being weird than about the match itself.
Oh, I want to get her on her back.
So I gave that a thumb up based on the weird draminess part of it. Because I know some of them people out there like the whole soap opera and chick aspect of that. So there you go. On to the next was the Jack Swagger and Bo Dallas. That one was, I liked the tension and the build-up they've had between those two characters. It's been flip-flop between the wins.
They're building Bo Dallas.
Big momentum. And I think that Swagger was uncharacteristically aggressive, and that was good for him. And so Bo Dallas still pulled out the victory and did his little taunt deal. And I was going to give it a 2 thumbs up, but like I said, I'm reserved. I just gave it 1. The final match was at Roman Reigns and the Rusev. And I did enjoy Rusev dominating at the beginning. And then I did like Roman Reigns dominating after the part that Seth Rollins came.
Right.
And yes, they kept the Rusev undefeated streak technically going because homeboy hit him with the suitcase, but clearly everyone there knew that Reigns was the one that he intended to hit. So, that being said, that one gets my 2 thumbs up. And my overall review for the Smackdown was, the matches were not memorable, didn't really push anything towards the pay-per-view storyline-wise, match-wise, like intrigue-wise. But I was glad at the fair amount of matches, quite a few, little storyline, back scenes, things. Sometimes they can cheat you out of matches. That was not the case here, but the matches, since there's so many, they didn't hit you with, very high caliber match. The last one was good, like I said, but this is what I would say. I would only pay $13 to go see that Smackdown. Nosebleeds or not, I don't care.
It was a very sound show to send off for the pay-per-view that I imagine is going to be pretty exciting.
Well, that being said, you will be going to the Smackdown to the pay-per-view next month.
October 21st.
If it's that way of this match, would you be satisfied? Your opinion there.
I got to see Brock Lesnar there.
No, there was no Brock Lesnar.
I know that. But if I was to see this exact show,
you'd be
paying for
disappointed.
the price level that I paid for,
exactly,
I would say I would be genuinely satisfied. Now, there's a lot of things on the air or that are not on the air that they do at these shows. Now, like you go to SmackDown and they'll tape superstars before it, or not superstars, excuse me, but main event, excuse me. And that's interesting and a lot of fun. Sure. They got matches, dark matches off camera, and they kind of drag things out a little bit.
I understand that, but if there's no Brock Lesnar and if it's just this, what we just saw, I would not pay what you have paid. I would have paid $13.
I'd pay $27.50 a ticket.
I'd pay half that.
You
hear me, Vince? You're hitting me with the half.
But the nostalgia effect, man.
I don't care. I've been to a few. I've been to a better one than this.
You've been to a Raw. I haven't been to a Raw. I'm going to one of these days. You'll see. They don't come to my hometown, but I'm going to go one day.
But I'll tell you what. The pay-per-view, I do believe that John Cena will not get his revenge. I think they need to lay off that. I think that they are probably going to be grooming this Roman Reigns, perhaps for
maybe a WrestleMania push.
Well, I think earlier than that, I think they're going to get him against Brock. I don't think Brock's going to hold the title all the way until WrestleMania. If he does, I'd be surprised. That's just what I feel. I'm not a WrestleMania, or I'm not a WWE predictor. But I am an NFL predictor, and I do want to give a shout out to my alma mater, the Wellington Crusaders.
Oh man,
For going 3-0 on their win versus Circle High last night. They won somewhere like 33 or 36-0. They're 6th place in their division in the rankings. I think with a little more confidence and maybe a chance to get a victory over a higher ranked team, they could maybe surprise. It all starts off with making sure you get a victory every week, and they've done that, and they have a key 3 on offense. As long as they stay healthy and continue to produce, I think
NFL predictor 316, man. I know he's talking high school ball, but let me tell you something. This guy knows what he's talking about when it comes to football. Subscribe to his channel, NFL Predictor 316. Links will be below.
Oh yeah, thank you, and also, this guy knows what it's all about when it comes to dip and the WWE when it's Raw
for 10 years
and SmackDown, as well as the TNA. I know a lot about the WCW and the WWF, and when it was changed to WWE, but
been a fan longer than I've been dipping.
I'm been more in the NFL, but this guy knows just as much, when it comes to wrestling as I do with the NFL, and he'll lead you right when it comes to his opinions on the, whole matters with Raw and SmackDown and TNA whenever they come out with a show. It seems random nowadays, but they do have good quality product and even Ring of Honor sometimes, right?
Yes, sir, and they share talent, so it's very interesting. Now to my Dipper Brotherhood out there. We got Copenhagen Wintergreen. Now, do I really need to do a review on this stuff? I don't think so, but I will anyways. It is a 10 out of 10 dip. Everybody likes it. You can find it. It's cheap. It's Copenhagen. I mean, come on. Did they make a bad dip? No, I don't think so. Always line your 10 up. Thank you, Joey. Let's dip in 94. And what do you think, man?
I think everybody should be ready for tomorrow. The NFL is going to be kicking off early, 11 o'clock, so be sure to be watching that good kickoff action and early football out there. I'm hoping my Chargers can steal a win early out in Buffalo. So
look for that live report. We'll be coming into you live tomorrow. We'll bring it in live. We'll talk about football. We'll see how the games are going, and we'll talk about NFL predictions, and we'll see how things go. Appreciate it.
Yep.
Subscribe, ICT Sports Zone, NFL Predictor 316, Dipper Wrestler 316. Thank you. I'm out.
Ooh.
That was a long fucking deal.
Oh yeah.
18 minutes. That's